Hey guys, thanks for clicking on my video. My name's Blue, and we're gonna go and talk about Trump's freedom cities. Now, Trump has stated on numerous occasions that we, the American people, need to build new cities to decrease housing costs and just to be great. America used to build great cities. We used to build wonderful cities. Now American cities suck, and we don't build cities anymore, and that needs to change. We will have a contest to build 10 new cities on federal land, and these freedom cities shall be held as a contest to make, and people can enter the contest. Well, Trump hasn't officially held a contest as far as I know. And also no one's thrown in their ballot for a new city. That is until today. I'm throwing my hat in the ring and giving you all a quick little overview of Trump's new mega city, or freedom city, or whatever he's gonna call it. Now, I got 4 things I really want to talk about, but I want to talk about 2 caveats before that. So Trump has not mentioned the location, because there's a lot of federal land, yes, but location is very important for how a city is going to be designed, especially if you want to make the city feel like it belongs and have a good atmosphere. So location is key. For this issue, I'm going to say Nevada, just because of the fact that most of the federal land is in Nevada. I mean, we have a lot in like Washington, Oregon, California, Arizona, Colorado, even a little bit in Louisiana and back east. But Nevada's a good spot. It's where most of the federal land is. It's close enough to California, where most people are moving away from. And there's a lot of real estate. Caveat number 2, Trump hasn't said how he plans to get jobs for the city. Because even if you have a city design, doesn't mean there's work there. And I'm not going to worry about that. I'll worry about that later if I get a chance to. So we're going to move on to how the city should look and how it should feel. And how it should be designed with my 4 steps. The first one, I'm going to talk about street design and businesses. And that is small businesses, mainly. So the streets should be narrow. A lot of them should be one-ways. And I know what you're saying, this is madness, but hear me out. If we have narrow one-way streets, and more importantly, we get rid of zoning. So you can have grocery stores, little ones, and we can have little restaurants sprinkled all throughout the town. So everything's within 15-minute walks. Cars should be less needed. This will increase foot traffic, increasing small businesses, increasing everything. It should make it a better place to live. This is one of the main things that separates America from Europe and makes Europe have an edge on America. Most people like the feel of Europe better than America. Most Americans want to visit Europe, and this is one of the main reasons why. It's because everything's walkable, and everything feels so nice and convenient. Because in America, I mean, I know 15 minutes sounds long, but most of you drive 15 minutes to get to Walmart anyways, so you're switching out gas for legs. Let's be honest with yourselves. You could use the walk, chunky monkey. So come on. And then the next thing is it will also just make it better to live. People can live on top of their shop, making travel time smaller for some people. Make the community just a lot better place to be. You'll have more opportunities to meet people on the street, and kids can make more friends. Because America's facing a loneliness epidemic, and I'm going to talk a lot more about that. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is the housing and a little bit more of the actual design of the individual buildings. Now, I said it needs to feel good, and I'm going to talk about Europe a lot. Most good European cities have a feel and a theme. Most good American cities have a feel and a theme. Look at Holland. Look at old LA. Look at old Boston. Look at downtowns. They have a feeling. And we're going to do that too. Now, given the location, I'm thinking we replicate a lot of the architecture from old LA for the houses. That will allow people to still have yards, because I love yards, but make it so things can still be a shorter walking distance. And just make living a lot better. So it's going to be LA style housing mixed in with Western downtown for the most part. We can have different themed city parts of the city. We can have like a Mexico district where it looks a lot more like Mexican architecture, which is cool. You know, we can have different themed areas. But for the default, we're going to go LA housing with old LA housing with Western downtowns. And that's going to be freaking awesome. It's going to be cool. And that will just make everything more walkable and better. You know, that's 3. We're going to talk about number 3, green spaces. So first thing you got to realize is green is very, very important. And especially because for my design, I don't want the front yards to really exist. A lot of people don't use front yards, and this is in Nevada, so we won't have a lot of water to water grasses or anything. But you also need green to visually make you happy. So I propose we have road, tree, sidewalk, both sides of the road. That will make it safer for pedestrians, and also having the trees there will provide shade. Now, the trees providing shade is actually super important. You know, cities on average can be 10 degrees hotter than the surrounding environment. It's because asphalt sucks asphalt. It just absorbs a lot of heat. And Nevada's already really hot. Most of America is actually really hot. So by lining the streets with trees, we create shade. And this shade can help keep the cars cooler, can help keep pedestrians cooler, and make it a much better place to live. Plus, when people see green, it makes them happier. So we're chilling right now. We got this green place, and we're also going to have green parks, manly parks, like I'm thinking Riverside, Arizona, Pioneer Park, Arizona, cool parks sprinkled throughout the town so people can gather there, eat food, and hang out. And they're going to be manly parks, so not just kids will go there. And we're going to have a little stadium somewhere in a lot of the parks so people can practice singing music, kind of do little talent show things. It will be a great place to hang out. And it will create a lot more socializing between people. Because like I said, America's facing a loneliness epidemic. So this will help counteract that epidemic. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is transportation. Now, on the one-way streets, we can have curbside parking, which is very standard. People can go park in the basements. Because you see, the LA-style housing is 3 stories, so we could make the bottom story a garage, potentially. But we could also have light rail, so people don't have to have cars even. Light rails will look super cool. I love San Francisco. They are very effective if they're implemented right. That's a huge if. But yeah, having light rail can make it so you still don't need to necessarily have a car to get to all the parts of the city. Also, having EV, I think, will be very good. Not EVV, like not electric vehicles, but more like electric skateboard, electric scooters. You know, there's other forms of transportation besides cars and bikes and walking, which I think cars, bikes, and walking are amazing. But I mean, electric skateboards, also amazing. I think this will increase that. And it just gives you more joy in your transportation. So having electric skateboards, having electric scooters, more common. Having those little 9-bot thingy-mabobbers, it's the move. Making the city easy to use those, it's the move. And yeah, this will just be a good place to live. People will be more free to travel. Around in this city, it'll be more easy to get things you want. It'll be more easy to open up a small business. It will have a better feeling. You'll actually enjoy traveling and walking around in the city. And you'll be able to meet more people. This is the city that we could design. And this is my toss in the ring for America's next Freedom City. Please tune in next week for another exciting episode of my show.